What's up, guys? My name's Ian Kenrick. This is Ion Motive number 6. Today, I'm going to be talking about things you can do right now to feel your best, whether that's for your mental health, whether it's for working towards a goal, or just being happy in general. Originally, I was planning on talking about elevating and evolving your mindset and your actions, but I wanted to post this because I wanted a podcast, video, an Ion Motive episode that someone could look to if they needed it at a moment's notice, whether they were struggling mentally or just needed a little more motivation. So this isn't going to be as formal. I'm trying to edit this video as little as possible. I'm going to be real here. So I'm going to be looking at the laptop a little more, but I just want to talk and share my thoughts because these things have really worked for me, and I think they're so important and so helpful. So, with that being said, let's get started. This all kind of revolves around creating a schedule. I've personally never been one to write down my goals until recently. I always had this thought in my mind, like, hey, okay, I know I want to be a great baseball player, so I'm not going to write that down because I know what I want to do and I know the steps I need to do so. But now, as I'm kind of in uncharted territory working on new things that I haven't done before, I've found, one, writing down my goals and writing down a schedule to work towards those goals has been really, really helpful in creating a structure, being intentional. I always talk about that, and staying consistent. So that's thing number one you can do. If you don't, I would highly recommend creating a schedule for each and every single day. Even if that's just for, okay, I'm kind of in a hole, I'm stuck with my mental health, I'm not feeling great, I need to feel better. Create a schedule. Working towards a goal, create a schedule. Just want to be happier, figure out times when you want to go do fun things, create a schedule. Make sure you make time for those things. So, with that being said, let's go to thing number 2. Get 8 hours of sleep. Probably the most important thing, maybe tied with something else I'll talk about later on. But one of the most important things, I know if I don't get rest, I'm pissy. The next day, I can be mean. I'm a happy person, and I'm not mean when I don't get my 8 hours, but I can be mean when I'm tired. And when I get my 8 hours, I feel so much more productive. I probably got 7 last night because I wanted to finish my 12 Rules for Life book by Jordan Peterson, which you haven't checked it out, please do. Literally the best book I've ever read, I think. So good. But so yeah, I wanted to finish that, and I didn't get as much sleep. And I could tell this morning when I woke up to go work out, I was way more tired, and I just took a 45-minute nap, which sometimes I'll take like a 20 or 30-minute nap, and I'll wake up 15 minutes into it and be good. I didn't do that. I slept the whole time. I could tell I was just groggy. So, make sure you get 8 hours of sleep. Side note, kind of an interesting topic to me. Is it better to be an early bird or a night owl? For me, what I have learned, it's hard to consistently be a night owl. There's been times where I was trying to work towards a goal, trying to be productive, and I had stayed up till 5 a.m. making a YouTube video. But that's hard to maintain over time. And I've noticed personally for myself, if I'm trying to stay up later, the last 3 hours of my day, I kind of just waste eating food, scrolling on my phone, not being productive in the way I want. But if I wake up early instead, I will do things early in the morning that I wouldn't do late at night. For that reason, I think it's better to be an early bird. That's just me personally. The rest of the world tends to wake up early, so it's kind of hard to stay up late and then wake up later when everything else is happening earlier in the morning. Also, the morning's just a nice time to have alone time. Just find your peace. Set the mood for the day. The morning can literally what you do in the morning, I think, is so impactful on how your day will go. I've been waking up early, and it's helped me so much. I think as well, the consistency of trying to go to bed at the same time and wake up at the same time every day is super, super helpful. I've been trying to go to bed around 10 o'clock, wake up at 6 o'clock, and every time it's 9:30 and I'm going to read before I go to bed, I'm beat, I'm tired. And it's easy to wake up though, because I'm getting my 8 hours, because I'm on a consistent schedule. I'm getting better sleep, and it's just working out pretty well overall. So, make sure to get 8 hours of sleep. That's important. Number 3, you need to learn each and every day. If you're not learning, you're a breadcrumb, right? You're getting stale. You're just kind of drying out. You're not expanding. Just from reading books, I've learned so many things I've never thought of. I honestly feel kind of dumb. There's the Socrates quote. I wrote it down here. I typed it here, I should say. The only true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. I used to think I was kind of a smart kid until I started reading more, and I'm just blown away by the things I've learned. More importantly, I've learned things that are so applicable to life, so helpful in everyday life. And it doesn't just have to be reading. You can learn through YouTube videos, through podcasts, whatever it is. I think it's important to make sure you spend a portion of time each and every day devoted to learning something new. For me personally, I like to listen to a podcast early in the morning. I think the conversation or just hearing somebody's voice wakes me up. It's easy to listen to a podcast while I'm getting dressed, making breakfast. Just have it on in the background. Don't even think about it. You can do that every single day. I also try to read before I go to bed. I think that's more of a calming thing. Sitting down, getting ready to end the day. And those two things I love doing. I love listening to podcasts. I love reading. It's helped me a ton. I feel like I've learned so much, even though I know I really don't know all that much. Make sure you learn each and every day. Oh, this is the thing. Thing number 4 that I think is just as important, if not more, than getting it. Equally important. Exercising every single day. I don't mean going, all out, deadlift, squat, bench as much as you can each and every day. But I think you need to be moving every single day. Probably 30 minutes or more, at least. So what I've been trying to do, I try to work out, like lift weights 3 or 4 days a week. And then the other days, I go shoot hoops out in the backyard. That's enough for me. Even just going for a walk. I've listened to so many podcasts and read numerous books where they talk about how impactful exercise is for mental health. They say that I'll add this link in the show notes down below. I just listened to a podcast, let me pull it up, with Lewis Howes, and he interviewed, just a second here, Kelly McGonigal. They're talking about viewing stress as not necessarily a negative thing, also very interesting, so I would recommend listening to the whole podcast. But when asked what people can do for their mental health, the first thing she said was exercise, and that it's one of the most effective treatments in treating anxiety and depression, which is actually mind-blowing. And I know this firsthand. Last year when my anxiety was at its peak, I would work out. I'd just be like, okay, I need to go do some curls, whatever. I need to go shoot some hoops. I need to just go for a walk. And that helped me so much. It just, especially lifting weights, I think like the exertion and just like pushing things out, like kind of like pushes things out of your mind for that time, and you just let everything go. So helpful. Also, after I worked out, I had more energy. Working out, another thing I've learned from reading, why you need to learn every day. If you work out before learning, you tend to learn better. You tend to just do better doing work after you exercise. That's nuts. That's nuts. It gives you more energy, super helpful. Oh, another thing. Working out enhances your ability to feel pleasure. That's in that podcast. I don't know the science behind that, but that's kind of nuts. Like, I believe that as well because I don't even really work out for the physique thing anymore. I feel good when I work out mentally. It's just the best feeling. Knowing you're going to push yourself, knowing you're just going to make yourself better, make yourself healthier. I love that, and it's so helpful. If you can take one thing out of this, besides the 8 hours of sleep, it's exercise every single day. And the thing is, there's so many things you can do. It doesn't have to be going and lifting weights, the typical thing. It could be yoga. It could be going for a walk. Bicycle. I love doing that in the summer, just going on a nice summer evening, 70 degrees, riding my bike. That's awesome. Running. So many different things. I kind of want to try boxing because same thing, that's kind of an intense workout. Probably be good for my exercise-induced asthma because I hate running. I cannot do it. I was gonna try to run a mile each and every single week just to kind of build the mental toughness. And I'll run every once in a while, but man, I can't commit to it right now. I need to figure out something else that builds up my lungs a little bit better because running. But there are so many things you can do to exercise. There will probably be something you love, swimming, whatever it is. Find something you like and make sure to exercise each and every single day because the benefits go way beyond the physical ones. The mental ones are so important. So exercise every day. Let me see what the next thing. Oh, number 5, give thanks. This is so important as well. I try each and every morning and each and every night to just give thanks for the day. Whether that's God for you, whoever it is, for me it's God, whoever it is, or whatever it is. Maybe it's just thanking a friend, thanking a family. Giving thanks just makes you feel so positive. You realize how much you have, and you appreciate everything you have. It's just such a good feeling. And it's so important. I really don't have much more to say about that, but give thanks each and every day. Every day is a blessing, and we should take advantage of it and be thankful for it. And lastly, thing number 6 you can do, the 6th thing you should do that sounds a little bit better, take breaks. It's easy to get burnt out if you try to push yourself like crazy each and every single day. I see people talking about the grind now, which you should be grinding each and every single day to push yourself, be more productive, be the best version of you. But it shouldn't be to the point where your mental health is lacking and you're sacrificing important things in your life. So for example, I see people posting on Instagram, all these business accounts talking about the entrepreneur's grind. And I know Elon Musk is quoted about putting in insane amount of work each week, like 100 hours or something ridiculous. If you can do that, great. But chances are you're going to get burnt out and resent the thing you're doing. So you don't need to put in 100 hours a week. Take breaks. Enjoy life. Go do some things you want to do. Great to have a schedule, but sometimes you just need to take a step away and do something you love. Do something you enjoy. I love the schedules really help me, but sometimes I'll just be like, okay, I need a day to myself. I'm not going to do anything really. Maybe I'll work on my page for 30 minutes, but after that, I'm going to take a break. I'm just going to go for a drive, hang with some friends, do things that make me happy. My weakness, I love sticking to a diet. Not really a diet. I just really monitor what I watch, really monitor what I eat, and try to work out, watch what I eat. Makes me feel good. But dude, I freaking love milkshakes. Probably once a week, I'll let myself splurge. Maybe not always on milkshakes, but I'll go to Taco Bell. I'll go to Wendy's, get some spicy chicken nuggets. Milkshakes, though, my go-to weakness, unfortunately. They're just so good, and yeah, I had one today. But it's important to do things like that. Enjoy life. If everything is this constant grind, man, you might miss out on some really good things. And push yourself to a point that's too far. Habits are good, but don't let them become destructive. I think a lot of times people have this idea of building habits. So, for example, someone who might not have worked out, maybe they just don't work out, and all of a sudden they get this crazy amount of motivation, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna work out 7 days a week, I'm gonna eat X, and that's just kind of ridiculous. You can't go from 0 to 100 just like that. Build habits, but don't let them be something that are impossible to maintain. Take breaks, enjoy life. That's thing number 6. That is all I got for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you can just use this when you need it. Maybe it's something you come back to, share with a friend who's having a hard time or really trying to get going, or someone who's just trying to live their best life. I hope this helps you. I know the things I talked about might be obvious, but they're obvious for a reason, because they really do help and they're really important. I think you should do all of them. I hope you have a great week. If any of these things help you, I would love to hear from you. Or if you have any other ideas or things to try out, I would love to hear from you as well. You can contact me on my Instagram, in my DMs, and you can contact me on Facebook, both at Ion Motive. Love to hear from you. But other than that, remember the Ion Motive. Live a charged life.